Hello everyone. This is the part 2 of immunity. So that when immunity is considered, that is what is meant by the ability of the body to fight against foreign invasions including pathogens. So that immunity can be gained in two ways. So that one is called active immunity, the other one is called passive immunity. When active immunity is considered, if antibodies are produced by the body, that is called active immunity. If antibodies are unable to be produced and if they are given artificially, that is called passive immunity. So that immunity occurs in two ways. Then if it occurs in a natural way, so that it is called natural immunity. If it can be given by an injection, that's called artificial immunity. So that immunity. Natural immunity, there are two ways. One is active, the other one is passive. Artificial immunity is also, there are two ways, active and passive. That means when we talk about passive immunity, antibodies are produced. So that antibodies are produced by T lymphocytes. Because of the activation of T lymphocytes, they stimulate for the production of the antibodies by B lymphocytes. So that B lymphocytes produce antibodies. That's the way how active immunity occurs. Passive immunity means antibodies are given to body. So that let's pay attention to them separately. When we pay attention to artificially, first of all, let's pay attention to naturally acquired active immunity. Then naturally acquired passive immunity. When infants are considered, they are unable to produce their own antibodies. So that antibodies are provided to them by mother. When the fetus is in the womb of the mother, through the placenta, mother provides antibodies for the baby or the fetus. That is called naturally acquired passive immunity because the body itself does not produce antibodies. Then the same thing occurs through breastfeeding also. Through the breast milk, mother provides antibodies. That is naturally acquired passive immunity. When naturally acquired artificial, then when we pay attention to naturally acquired active immunity. When we are infected by certain pathogens, just like certain virus, as an example, chickenpox, measles. Because of this one, then when we talk about viral infections, as a result of this one, then the entry of this pathogen creates, because of the entry of the pathogens, then antibodies are formed in the body. So that T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, we have just discussed this one earlier. Therefore, they just produce cells, memory cells. So, memory T cells and memory B cells are produced by lymphocytes. So that they just make a memory regarding the type of pathogen that has already invaded the body. Therefore, when the entry of the that a particular pathogen occurs again, then it is identified by the body. Therefore, antibodies are produced. That is called naturally acquired active immunity. Then when we pay attention to artificially acquired active immunity, that means by vaccination, attenuated microorganisms are introduced into body. So that with the help of this one, the body itself produces antibodies. Therefore, antibodies are produced whenever the encounter of the same type of antibody that is whenever the encounter of the same type of antigen against that is identified by the body, so that a protection is given. Artificially acquired active immunity. When we pay attention to artificially acquired passive immunity, that means ready-made antibodies are introduced into body. As an example, when we talk about tetanus, anti-tetanus, that injection is provided. So that when we talk about this type of immunity, active immunity is long-lasting immunity in comparison with passive immunity, because the body itself produces antibodies. Therefore, passive immunity is short-lasting in comparison with active immunity. Then as the summary, again let's see what we have discussed, and that is immunity, ability of the body to defend against invasions of foreign things including pathogens. So that there are two types, natural and artificial. So that natural means in a natural way, if the immunity is created, that is natural. So that it occurs in two ways. One is naturally acquired active immunity. That means the body is made ready for the production of the antibodies. It occurs because of the invasion of certain pathogens, maybe viral attacks. So that the body identifies this one, activation of T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes occurs, so that antibodies are produced. Whenever the encounter of the same pathogen occurs, it is identified. Therefore, it is long lasting. Then natural, artificially, that is naturally acquired passive immunity, naturally acquired passive immunity is considered. Then as the body is unable to produce antibodies, they are provided naturally. As an example, mother provides antibodies for the fetus in the womb. Then mother provides antibodies to the infant through breast milk. When we pay attention to artificially acquired active immunity, means attenuated microorganisms are vaccinated, so that in the body antibodies are produced, so that when the encounter of the same antigen occurs in the body, it is identified by the body and it fights against this one and it will be defeated. Then artificially acquired passive immunity, that means ready-made antibodies are provided to body, just like anti-tetanus, anti-venom, these are the examples. So that when we talk about these things, especially active immunity is more fruitful because it is long-lasting in comparison with passive immunity. Then having the idea to meet another day, let's wind up. Thank you.